God bless you.
I heard some interesting books from Prague have arrived at the castle. There's one I'd like to borrow. An alchemist's cookbook. A sand-coloured cover, embossed.
Yes, several rare and astonishing books have arrived from Prague. But why are you interested in an alchemist's cookbook, of all things?
I've heard there are some interesting ideas in it. Every alchemist is in dogged pursuit of wisdom, especially those from Prague.
Perhaps you know more about that book than I do. Well, I'll have to disappoint you. Lord Nickvard Libak helped me sort the new books at the time, and the one you're looking for caught his attention. He left with it before I could even discover what it's about. All I remember is the author's initials, B.B. I'm fairly benevolent when it comes to lending books, and I appreciate Nickvard's help, but he's had it borrowed for an excessive amount of time now. I'd like to ask him to return it, but he's been avoiding me.
I'll have a talk with Nickvard and find out what the problem is.
You think I haven't tried? But since you've already offered to address this pressing situation, listen to what I've learned. It seems Nickvard lost the book. I've warned him repeatedly not to carry borrowed books around with him, but to leave them in his chamber and read them there. But Nickvard is old and stubborn, and this is how things turn out.
The price of such a book must be incalculable. People like Nickvard are too dumb to understand.
But I digress. As I said, Nickvard is intentionally avoiding me. But I've made headway. I've managed to find 3 people who've spoken to him recently. Bertha, the cook, Regina, the maid, and Hirsch, the hand.
I reckon those aren't the only 3 people that know him.
I'm surprised that he's ever spoken to anyone but myself. Nickvard is a loner, which is also why I suspect something bad has happened. Now that he's decided to leave his shell, that is. But I'm afraid that's all I've managed to find out. Since Lord von Berkove's arrival, I've been preoccupied with other matters.
I thought you had the book on you. But since you don't, I'm not gonna...
That's a pity. Yeah, I'll just continue investigating. I might have time for that once the papal schism...
I'd like to learn...
This isn't the best time for that.
I have a job for you. And the service
God bless.
So, Master Chamberlain, are you feeling better?
You have a nerve asking.
Surely you haven't got any worse.
I haven't, but I haven't got any better either. I had to lie down, and I had a terrible dream about falling out of the Maiden Tower.
Well, I'm no expert, but I could interpret that dream for you.
Pah! Don't be ridiculous. You and I are finished with this matter.
As you wish, sir. While exploring the region, I came across several graves of your men.
Ah, yes. Captain Thomas and his men were not the only ones not to return. At least we know what happened to them. Here. Something for your trouble. God be with you.
What are you trying to say? That you don't feel like it?
I'm trying to say it was done last week, and there's no point doing it again.
If it's as you say it is, then you're probably right. And I'm glad you weren't afraid to pipe up.
Well, I was afraid. But doing pointless work struck me as even worse. Just so as you know, sir, I'm not afraid of work, but it has to make sense.
Glad to hear it. So go and do something sensible.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Greetings. Do you need something?
I'm looking for Nickvard. The scribe told me you might know something about him.
Well, I'm waiting for Lord Libac to stop by. I brewed him another phial of medicine, but I don't even know if the last one helped. I told him to stop by for another one soon. I reckon he must be feeling better.
Nickvard needed medicine? For what?
I can't say. I promised Lord Libac his secret is safe with me, as well as his phial of medicine.
Oh, come now. Nickvard misplaced an important book somewhere. A sort of alchemist cookbook. I need to find it.
I remember the recipes by heart. And Lord Libac's secret is certainly worth more than any book.
Well, if a nobleman's secret is worth so much, how about this? That'll buy you more than one book.
I suppose Lord Libac wouldn't mind. And do you have the exact amount?
Of course.
So many groschen. I promise I'll split it with Lord Libac when I see him, and I'll explain everything.
But now tell me, what's the medicine for?
Well, it's a common potion for a bellyache. Just better tasting. It helps your meals go down easier and come out slower the other end. In that regard, Lord Libac had, well, how to say it? Everything came out much too quickly.
Just say it. He shot himself.
It was in the privy down below the Crone, by the training ground below the guardhouse. I helped him clean his hose and made him the medicine, and I promised that I wouldn't say anything. Lord Libac is quite particular about the impression he makes on the young maids, you know. He didn't want this little episode to put them off. That's why he didn't use the privy near the maids' quarters, though it's closer to his chamber, but to the arena instead, and only when there weren't any soldiers around. But this time, it caught up with him.
Is that all?
What else is there to say? That the entire time he looked as if he'd done the worst thing in the world. It happens to the best of us. And I told him as much then. I'm just surprised he never came back for another file. I must say, he did look as if the fate of the entire castle was suddenly on his shoulders.
I don't know if this is going to do me any good.
Well, you could have found a worse clue.
Thanks anyway.
Wake up! When it rains,
Oh dear, it's turned out nasty again.
you have a kind master aid, don't you?
Yeah, nasty out
Right,
today.
pardon the best thing would be to go to bed till it blows over.
Should be 76 this autumn.
Some noble was resting under it. Not for shade, but because it was pitching down. All the more reason to leave it be, no? Right. But the weather had been stormy for
Greetings to you.
I went
Greetings
past your
to you.
garden the other day, and that dog of yours was going mad.
No great loss. It wasn't that good anyway.
Hey, you! Have you done something I should know about?
Ah, don't worry. I'm a saint.
You'd better be.
Lord be with you.
Thank you kindly, and come again, friend.
Word about the price.
All right.
Do we have it?
Look. Finally. Thank you, and take care.
Good doggy, good boy.
I've got half finished. Sakra! I'm doing something wrong.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Greetings.
There'll be nothing nice left here at this rate.
Don't worry. When's the last time you saw the bailiff get anything done on time? That tree will still be here long after we're gone. Safe travels to you. God be with you.
Greetings. Do you need...
What do you have for... I'd like to discuss...
Well... Finally. Thank you. And a good day to you.
I was wondering if you'd lend me your bullock when it's time to sow winter grains.
I need to plough too, you know.
What if you lent me the bullock on the Lord's Day? You're not going to plough on Sunday, are you?
How did it go? I went to see him, but he threw me out. And you're surprised? But it was just a simple misunderstanding. Bollocks, a misunderstanding. You made a fool of yourself, more like. What am I supposed to do then? You should go and see the priest. Nobody else can help you. Oh, aye, the priest. How could I have forgotten about him? Maybe because I don't think he'll be able to solve my problem. Heartfelt prayer saved entire masses of Jews. And Jonah from the whale. So don't tell me it can't help with a little thing like yours. A little thing? So you're insulting me too now? Sorry, I didn't mean it like that, of course. Well... But I reckon you're right. Prayer is the only thing that can help me now.
Well, I'll be on my way. I wish you well.
God be with you then.
Bloody rain.
Greetings to you.
Why the long face, friend?
Are you looking for something? Are you looking for something? Wouldn't it be better?
God grant you health. What are you here for, friend? Excellent.
Show me.
Nothing to your liking, sir.
I'm sorry.
That's what you said last week. And the one before that.
It's good for you. Pickled cabbage drives out the black bile and puts your fluids in balance.
What fluids?
Saturn and Jupiter are in a bad constellation at the moment. That churns up the black bile and makes you ill.
You idiot. You've been hanging around...
Good day to you. I'm looking for Nickvard. The scribe told me you might know something about him.
Hey, Nick. I mean, Lord Libac. I almost forgot about him. I suppose his task wasn't so pressing, hmm?
What do you mean, forgot?
Nick Libac, that is, entrusted me with a big task quite a while back. He's a castle lord. Obviously, I had to obey him. But then I heard what another castle lord was planning, von Berghoff, and I had to obey him even more. He says there's a war on. So here I am, ready to go off to battle.
I need to know more about what Nickvard asked you to do.
No. There are new rules now. You have to prove you're not a spy.
I understand, sure.
A sword.
Sword? What sword?
A long and very good one to help me deal with other spies. If you bring it to me, I'll know you're not an enemy spy who should fear me. Forge one, buy one, or even steal one for me. Maybe from one of the guards at the training ground or down by the gate. During the day, they're not in the towers anyway. Once I get a sword, I'll fill...
Listen, Hirsch.
Don't try any word games on deeds, talk...
You wanted to...
I don't want an
I'll gladly give you some...
Only spies. Unless then I'd...
I'm not gonna...
You want...
I'll think of...
Good to see you.
God be with you. How's the watch going? I see you've got a dice table here.
Wait a moment. The guards found something on this one thief they caught. Some sort of map. They wanted to go...
Oh, glad.
Let's get to... We'll see whose side luck is on today. Alright, that'll do. Here.
Greetings.
Like this.
It's polite to greet people.
Oh, come on!
Pissing down again.
Well, you're not afraid of anything. Alright, that'll do. My God! Oh, come on! Let it be now. I want to play too, you know. Like this. Damn! Shit! Kurva! Sakra! Here, take it.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Why not? If you have a bit of... I like a longsword, but there's not much room for it in the heat of battle, where brute force will come in more. Such a hit with the pommel of a sword, handle of an axe, or edge of a shield. Would you like me to
Bloody rain.
Good day.
fucking
You have a kind master.
Good afternoon.
About
Got that?
You wanted a...
That's perfect. I don't think you're a spy. Can't say for sure, but...
What about Nickford, then?
Nickvard asked me to do something for him. He must have admired my devotion to Lord von Bergoth. Either way, Nick looked troubled and not very healthy. He wanted me to fetch him something he lost outside the castle, and I told him I would. At least I could check to see if anyone was sneaking around about the castle. But then Nickvard clutched his belly and ran off. So I never found out what he wanted, or from where.
That's all?
Aye. If you run into Nickvard, ask him if he still needs it or whether he found it himself. I'll be going into war soon, so I don't have time for these things, see?
I'll tell him.
great price.
What good's a bow to you, for God's sake? What a waste of money.
Greetings.
God be with you. Hey, put that weapon away. Do it now, or we're going to have a problem. You see, it didn't even hurt. Now you can leave that weapon where it belongs.
Mutt!
Clear off.
Jesus Christ be praised.
What's that noise? What is this racket here?
About that, please.
First,
Didn't you say you weren't going to look for the book?
well,
Ah, what do I care?
where is Regina?
As Lord von Berkhoff's personal maid, She'll likely be somewhere in the Maiden's Palace, perhaps in the Knight's Hall, or on the floor above it, near the Lord's chambers. She even...
That's everything. Interesting.
This could come in handy. It's mine now.
When's the last time I ate something?
This damn... What are you doing, strolling about without a light?
I should eat something.
Greetings to you. God be with you. Excuse me.
Is there any word?
Well, there's the issue with the demons.
Demons?
Quiet! I don't want to cause a panic, but yes, unfortunately, once again, devils are wreaking havoc at Trotsky.
You mean horned ones? From hell?
Do you know any other kind? I'm preoccupied with tasks from Lord von Berghoff at the moment, so I don't have time to deal with it. But I suppose you could do it? You and that friend of yours have a lot to make up for.
You want me to get involved with hell itself? At least tell me more about it.
Ah, you know the times we're living in. War, bandits. The devil took advantage of the chaos and sent his hellspawn here. The castle is built upon an ancient, though fortunately extinguished, fiery moor. It's no wonder it's so close to hell. The spawn of hell shows up here from time to time, and I want you to improve your standing with me and help me out.
Let's get to the heart of the matter. Just tell me what needs to be done.
Our cooks, Manietta and Berto, were complaining about the creatures running around their kitchens. Ossiner, the castle blacksmith, was also blabbering something of the sort as well. The good news is it's only 3 people, for now. We have to act quickly to prevent the...
What did you do about it in the past?
We usually cleansed the infested places, except for that one year when Sir Otto himself faced Lucifer in the Maiden Tower.
Lord von Berghoff has my admiration, then. How long did they fight? What kind of armor was Lucifer wearing? Did Lord von Berghoff sustain any injuries?
In any case, you'll have to ask Manietta and Berta, or the blacksmith perhaps, where and then simply make sure. I'm sure the question is if you're up...
I'm ready to scour. Could you arrange for me to be able to go wherever I want in the castle?
Very well. You can move freely about the castle, but don't stay any longer. If anyone asks...
You said something about a priest and an apothecary.
We've always used either holy water or magic water from the apothecary to get rid of those hellish creatures. Which one would you prefer?
I reckon the holy water is more likely to work against demons.
If I recall, It was... I believe you can do it. Should the demons attack you, just run away. But don't make too much of a ruckus.
God be
I
with
could
you.
go for something to eat now. I really need to eat something.
Now, you bastard! You're a wanted man. It's time to pay for your crime.
All right, I'll pay.
Now, show me what you've got.
All right. Have a look.
All right, then. I don't see anything else suspicious. In that case, an indulgence will suffice.
Good day to you.
Do you know where I can find Nickvard? The scribe said you might know.
Erazim is suddenly interested in Nickvard and me. You don't say. But when I need him to read something for me, he never has the time. I'm sorry.
I was asking about Nickvard.
Aye, I heard you. Say, can you read?
I can.
In that case, would you mind reading this message I have from Nickvard?
Show me. Dear Mistress of the Chambers. What is it?
Oh, what I wouldn't give to get messages from someone else. Say, Lord Capon. Never mind. Read on. Though I reckon it interests you more than me.
Persevere. We shall soon escape the dungeon of those two women. Cursed fate, however, has placed an obstacle in my way. The heat of the Lightbringer's potion is working, and I can feel my insides being reborn. But when the last remnants of old age left my body, something else was washed away with them.
How much longer is it?
Not much. My damn clumsiness has sent all of the Lightbringer's secrets into the void, but fear not, I shall get them back. May this be the first task on the road to your liberation. That's it.
Beautiful.
True enough. Nickford has a flair for the dramatic.
My, that's Libak for you.
But what does it mean? Can you explain any of it to me?
Lord Libak has taken a liking to me. I suggest... But then he found what he calls the Lightbringer's Potion Book. He said it would light a flame in him that would burn out all that's old. So I suppose it worked. Hooray!
I know the book he's talking about, but...
Look, can we stop talking about this?
I understand. Just one...
The last time was in the night. I found that message a few days ago.
Thanks anyway.
What's your view of the current state of affairs?
You mean the state of affairs in our country?
Exactly.
What can I say? My father always said we shouldn't pick sides. But I follow his advice. In war, make one bad decision and you lose everything. I prefer to make sure my wealth keeps growing.
I see your point, but I can't say I approve. It's because of attitudes like yours that this country is in the shit.
What are you doing here? It hasn't been safe around here as of late.
I'm not doing anything. You're doing a great job keeping watch.
You'd better believe it.
Be careful.
Did you hear? Apparently there's demons in the castle.
Damn it!
If they weren't before, you surely just summoned them here yourself.
What? How?
Every time you say the word demon, one shows up. Don't you know that? Some words just shouldn't be used.
You just used it yourself.
Kurva! You tricked me, you blackguard!
A demon!
Stop it, you madman! I'm deadly serious. You have no idea what you're messing with. They really worked me over when I was little.
All right, I'll shut up.
About time.
What do you think about it?
Are you talking about...
What else?
What was I supposed to do? What's more, we finally have a chance to put the screws on someone who... Besides, from what you said, you don't... But don't get the wrong idea. I'm also hoping...
I don't even know how to torture...
I don't even know how to torture badly. For things like that... Us. Come on. Let's...
What are you planning for summer?
I'd like to go to Prague.
Why Prague? And at a time like this?
I have relatives there. You think they'd be pleased to
I'd like to learn. What are you interested in?
Money, don't they? Which is why they'll treat me like a king. Ah, I see. You've got it all worked out. Just be careful.
Can you tell? I'll tell you some interesting things. About that, please tell me you found.
Not yet.
Tell me what you've learned.
It looks like Nikvar brewed some sort of potion from the book. He told Regina it would restore his youth, but the potion didn't sit well with him. He must have spent a lot of time on the privy at the training grounds below the Crone. Bertha brewed a digestive potion for him. When he wasn't shitting or writing notes to servants, he asked Hirsch to bring him something from beyond the castle walls. He lost something there, and then he vanished without a trace.
What do you think about?
You said that Nikvard had a habit of carrying books everywhere with him. It's possible it fell down the latrine while he was shitting by the training ground. And now it's lying somewhere on the cliffs beyond Trotsky.
That actually sounds quite likely to me. Let's pray he didn't use it. Go there and look.
Christ, pardon me.
What are you doing here? It hasn't been safe around here as of late.
Ah, don't worry. I'm a saint.
You'd better be.
Bloody rain.
Greetings to you. Well,
Crone and Maiden standing behind the gate. That was in Gable's riddle.
Another senseless death.
You must be Nickford, eh? Poor wretch.
You shouldn't be walking around by yourself. Awful things happen here. It has to be me. You silly doggy.
Sand-coloured cover, embossed. That'll be the book
Starting
Fraser
to
wants.
stink.
But it's quite ordinary. Apart from being covered in shit.
Careful.
I have a...
You know I don't like that ugly word.
That's all. I have the book for you.
Well, I must admit, I haven't had an apprentice this handy in a long time. Zinnik has nothing on you.
I didn't even look inside.
You had a treasure like this in your hands, and you weren't even curious to have a peek? Well, I suppose it's not for everyone. I'll have a look for myself. This really is something. But why is it all covered in shit, for fuck's sake?
Let's just say the scribe didn't have it. It actually wasn't even in the castle. Under it, really.
Oh, refining saltpeter. Boil wine and alum. Grind. Ah, of course, it makes sense. I'll study the rest on the way. Well, the last chapter of our story of...
So what now? Do you have another job for me?
Charcoal. Sulfur from Hermes Trismegistos. Saltpeter from the carcass pit. As long as Black Bertolt didn't make any mistakes in his calculations, we have everything.
What Bertolt? Oh, God damn it, Kraser, what's going on here? I'm tired of flying back and forth like a rag on a stick. I won't be led around by the nose. Will you finally tell me what's going on?
Believe it or not, all this secrecy had its reasons. But now I don't have to hide anything from you. It's time. We'll meet with the others in the lair, and there you go ahead.
All right, then.
around here for, you scum?